morning, Pastor Nanette. I wanted to let you know that this morning we're not going to be having services at Sweet Home Methodist Church. Our church family has quite a few things going on. Some are traveling to a wedding. Some are traveling to visit family. We have a few that are just ill. So we made a decision that we wouldn't have services this morning. However, I want to bring you a quick message this morning. And I want to ask you a question to start with. How's your faith? Really? No, I really want to know. What does your faith look like? Pretty sure you probably have heard the term mustard seed faith. Just got to have a tiny little bit. A mustard seed is so small, it's about the size of a grain of pepper. But it grows into a very strong tree. And that's what our faith is to be. Our faith doesn't have to be some huge, massive boulder. It can be as small as a grain of pepper or even a grain of salt. But if we hold on to that faith, listen to a couple of things that Jesus says. I'm going to be reading this morning from the NIV version of the Bible. And the first passage I want to read is Luke chapter 17. I'm going to read verses 5 and 6. The apostle said to the Lord, "Increase our faith." He replied, "If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mulberry tree, 'Be uprooted and planted in the sea,' and it will obey you." If you flip back to Matthew chapter 21 and verse 21, we'll start with 21. Jesus says, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith and do not doubt, not only can you do what was done to this fig tree, but you can say to this mountain, 'Go throw yourself into the sea,' and it will be done. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer." Now, if you're like me, I feel like my faith is very strong. I have a lot of faith in our Heavenly Father. I have faith that He listens to my prayers. I have faith that He is with me. I have faith that He has saved me. I have faith that when I pray, that He's going to answer those prayers. But where I'm lack is trust. Where I lack is impatience. And the reason I say that I lack in trust is because so many times I will pray a prayer of faith and then begin to doubt whether or not my prayers will be answered. It's kind of like having a suitcase, and your suitcase is full of all your junk. And you go to the altar, and that junk that's in that suitcase represents all the stuff that you want to turn over to God. And you go and you lay it all out. You just take a piece of clothes and you just lay them all out, each one representing something that is weighing you down. Maybe a sin that you're battling with. Maybe it's a health issue. Maybe it's the fact that you can't seem to make ends meet at the end of the month. I mean, it's a struggle. And these are all true, real things. And you pray and you give that to God. However, before you even reach the door to go outside the church, or before you even reach the door to walk out of the room of your house where you were praying, you turn back around, pick up your suitcase, and put all the junk back in it. Our faith has to be strong, but we also have to trust. We have to trust that if we ask God, in prayers like, "Help me, I don't know how I'm going to provide for my family this month. My money is so short," but you get to the end of the month and you may have $5 left. You may only have 2 pennies, but you had enough because you prayed in faith and you trusted that God would take care of you. Or maybe you didn't trust, but you prayed in faith and He showed you I got you. Even if it's 2 pennies. Maybe you're battling an illness, or a loved one's battling an illness, and you're praying for healing, and it's just not coming as fast as you wanted. Believe in faith. Healing will happen. Healing will come. Doesn't always come like we want it to, but it will come. Maybe you're looking for a job, and you're just getting turned down time after time after time after time. And you throw up your hand and you can even say, "Oh, really, God? You really know I need a job?" And then you get one. And it's one that you really like. When you look back, you may realize that God was answering those prayers of faith, moving that mountain out of your way all along, because those other jobs weren't right for you. We all have some kind of mountain that's in our way, some kind of obstacle, something that we can't seem to get over it, we can't seem to get around it, and we sure can't seem to get through it. But Jesus tells us, boldly tells us, if you believe, you will receive whatever you ask in prayer. Trust. Trust that when you pray in faith, that God is listening. Because if you do, listen to what Isaiah 26:3 says. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. So yes, faith and trust go hand in hand. May you have the faith of a mustard seed. And may those mountains that are in your way, may they be removed. Because you believe, you trust in the one, the only one who can do it. Our Heavenly Father. Through Jesus' Son, who died on the cross for us. God bless you. I hope each of you have a wonderfully blessed day, and we'll see you in worship next Sunday at Sweet Home Methodist Church.